measuring and sketching your face. And I'm delighted to say that's something we can prescribe right now. So, if you'd like to get yourself in a comfortable position, with your eyes open or closed, we can begin the tinkles. Are you ready? Okay, let's begin. Hi, welcome to the studio. It's good to see you. My name's Bobby, and I'll be working with you today. So it says on my notes that you're here for a portrait sketch. Is that correct? Fantastic. And is it for a special occasion? Oh, great. Congratulations. Well, we'll make sure we do a fine job. And can I ask, how did you hear about us in the studio? Ah, okay. Well, we are quite well known for our unconventional methods when it comes to portrait sketches. So we specialise in hyperrealism, and we achieve that through not only paying close attention to our sketches, but also placing significant importance on an individual's energy, their aura, and we spend time measuring the features and dimensions of the face. And what we hope is that translates not only to an accurate picture, but also one that captures the essence of someone's personality. And we've been doing this for a number of years and feel like we can do that quite successfully. So, if you're all ready, shall we make a start? Great, okay. So I think what I'd like to do to start is I'd like to spend a little bit of time coming a bit closer to you and trying to connect with your energy and your aura. What we find is that a lot of a person's energy can be transmitted through the face and particularly through the head. So with your permission, what I'd like to do is to come a bit closer to you and to just put my hands on your face very delicately and see if I can translate some of that energy into the portrait. Is that okay with you? And also to reassure you, we do take hygiene very seriously here in the studio, so my hands have been sanitised. Great, okay. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to come a bit closer to you, and I'm just going to put my hands, first of all, on your jawline and on your cheeks, and then I might work my way up to the temples, and we'll see where we go. And I might whisper, or I might ask you some questions as we're doing it, and this is all part of the assessment that will inform the portrait, okay? Fab, okay. So what I am going to do is that I'm just going to put a bit of warmth in my hands, just because I find that helps me connect with people's energies. Okay. Have you ever had a portrait done before? Okay. This was the first time. Okay. Well, please don't worry. You're in good hands. And I think we strive to make this as painless as possible. And in actual fact, most people say they find it quite relaxing. Okay. So let's make a start then. So I'm just going to come a bit closer. And I'm just going to place my hands just on your cheeks, like that. Okay. Hopefully that pressure's okay. 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 There's no tenderness there, is there? Okay. Okay. So what I'm picking up on is there's quite a strong jawline, which often suggests that you're a very strong person who's probably experienced some adversity in life, but who's actually grown considerably as a consequence. So the foundation of the project and of the portrait, it needs to have a solid base. Okay, I'm just going to move up and touch this temple. Is that okay? Okay. So I'm feeling a lot of emotion, which is never a bad thing. You're very loving and a great person to know and to be around, and who's very well respected by those around you, even if at times it feels like that's not the case. You are definitely a person of value. And I think this might translate into some quite vivid colours within the portrait. Okay, let's come up this way. Okay. So over this side, I see loyalty, a strong connection with others, but also an appreciation of alone time and time to recharge. A strong mind who knows exactly what they want. Okay. Okay. And what I'd also like to do, with your permission, is just place my thumbs on your eyelids, just to see if I can pick up on any more energy. Is that okay? Okay. So let's do that. Okay. There's a lot of beauty. Okay. Fantastic. Hopefully that didn't feel too invasive. One of the reasons we do like to do that, because it really informs perhaps how we might construct the portrait, but crucially how we can capture elements of your energy and who you are, and make sure that no matter what the portrait looks like, in that actually it captures the feelings that you invoke in other people, it captures perhaps how other people see you, and also it captures how you yourself feel in relation to others. And we can do that through accessing your energy. So thank you for sharing that with me. Okay. So now what I think we'll do is we'll now start with some of the specifics, which is specifically measuring not only the dimensions of your face, so for instance, the jawline, the chin, the bridge of the nose, the width of the eyebrows or the length, the height of the forehead, the size of the ears, the eye shape and the eye size, just for us to be able to map out in a schematic way the construction of the face and put that along what we've gleaned through coming into contact with your energy. Does that sound okay with you? Fantastic. So we at the studio, we've done this a lot of different ways. So we've used rulers, we've used protractors, we've used fabric tapes, but what we often find is that we get our best results when we use a traditional measuring tape. So what I'm going to do is I'm again going to come quite close to you, and I'm just going to measure the different parts of your face that in our experience translate to the best picture. Okay? And again, I might whisper certain things out loud, and it's a way that I can categorise the different measurements to make sure that we capture the real you. Okay, fab. Okay, so I'm just going to come a bit closer again. Okay, so I think we'll start with the jaw. Okay, so I'm just going to come in here. Okay, so let's start here. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to focus a bit more around the dimensions of your eye. So I'm going to come a bit closer again. I'm just going to make a note of some of those measurements just to make sure that I capture them. So it's 8, 8, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let's do this other eye. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let's do the ears. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. That was 4, 4, 5, 5. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to measure the periphery of your face. So I'm just going to measure the height of your face from the chin to the crown, and also the width of your face from ear to ear, and then we'll start sketching. Okay, so let's do this. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, let's just compare this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. Now let's try. Yeah, let's go across here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Let's go a bit higher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. A little lower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to make a note of those numbers. 14, 15, 18. Okay. So I feel like now, not only have I got a sense of your energy, but also been able to plot exactly where your features are in relation not only to each other, but also on your face. So what I'd like to do now is that I'd actually like to start sketching out your portrait. Okay, so you can get yourself in any position that's comfortable for you, and we'll probably spend about 10-15 minutes on the sketch. So we work quite quickly because a lot of the foundation work we've already done, in terms of not only knowing where your features are, knowing their relative size, but also being able to inject you into the picture. Okay, so I've got quite a few different tools that I might use, and I might swap as we progress with the portrait. How I generally like to work is I usually start with pencil and use graphite, and then we'll layer in some colours, some dimension, some shade, some light to really make the portrait pop. Okay? Fab. Okay, so I think we'll start off with, there we go. We'll start off with a pencil. And what I want you to do is that I just want you to feel comfortable. Just find a posture that you can sustain, at least for 10 minutes. And what I'm going to do is that I might spend prolonged periods looking at you and also looking at the sheet. Hopefully that won't feel too uncomfortable. I think from my perspective, you've got some beautiful eyes, but I'll do that just in order to kind of consolidate the image that I'm looking at, and also make sure that the details translate. Okay. So you mentioned this was for a graduation, yeah? And what did you major in? Oh, fantastic. Sounds difficult. How long were you studying for? Oh wow, a long time. Okay. And are you happy it's complete? Yeah. Okay. Sorry if I just... Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna... Okay. Okay. If I just come in there. Okay. Okay. I'm just scanning the outline that I've created. We do pride ourselves on accuracy. Okay. Feel like, okay. Okay. Yep. Okay. Yep. Okay. Okay. Now I've got the basic outline. I'm going to go in with just a slightly darker pen, and it's just to start sketching in a bit of detail, so adding some structure to the face. So particularly for yourself, bringing in your cheekbones, really making that jawline pop, and also starting to capture some of the details in your eyes. Okay. Yeah, I've been doing this for quite a long time now. Yeah, I really enjoy transforming what I see into something visual, and I love to see people's responses as well. I'm just going to move your hair out the way, if that's okay, just so I can get more of a profile. Okay. 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 Okay, again, if I just come round here, okay, and just round here, okay, okay, are you comfortable? Okay, okay, so now I'm going to work on more of the features of your face, so particularly the eyes, the nose and the mouth, okay, and I think they're probably the most distinctive parts of anyone's face, but particularly for yourself. You've got some beautiful eyes and I really want to be able to capture them. Okay. 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 The symmetry in your eyes is really quite incredible. Okay. Okay. And it's so much easier to do once you've got the actual measurements, which is why we do them both in the same consultation, because it almost starts to map out the face before we've even put pen or pencil to paper. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the bridge of the nose. Okay, if you just move your head up for me. Okay, okay, okay. You're doing great. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to focus in on the lips. Now often it's quite a sensual part of the face, so we might be a bit more delicate with this. And I think just like the eyes, the lips can give, I guess, real distinctiveness to someone's face, and really, I guess, evokes different feelings and different emotions. So I want to make sure that we absolutely get that right. Okay. 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 So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in now with a white kind of chalky crayon, just to add in some more light so we can get more of a 3D effect, because I really want to emphasise certain features, particularly around the lip, because your lips are quite plump. We have a lot of light hitting them and a lot of shade, and by emphasising both of those we can actually give a lot of dimension and definition. Okay. Okay. You just move your head that way for me. Okay. And up again. Okay, thank you. Okay. Do this. I'm really pleased with this, and I hope you will be. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to now put in some colours, and I think this is where hopefully I can capture your real energy and the spirit that I connected with. Okay. I think we're almost there. How are you comfort-wise? Are you feeling okay? Fab, okay. You've been one of my favourite customers. Okay. Okay. I'm just thinking whether it needs any more. Maybe we add in some fine line work, just again to enhance definition, and we do pride ourselves on hyperrealism. Okay, let's just do a little bit. Okay, I think we're done. And if I do say so myself, I think the resemblance is uncanny. So why don't I unveil this to you and you let me know whether it captures the celebration that you want it to capture in response to your graduation. Okay? Okay, so why don't you close your eyes and I'll tell you when you can open them. Okay? You do that. Open your eyes. Fantastic. I'm so glad you like it. I think from my perspective, it's been an absolute pleasure to sketch you today, and just want to say a massive congratulations on your achievement, and also just how much of a privilege it's been to spend this time with you. Fantastic. Well, what you can do is, it's a set cost. So if you just take this sketch to our till point at the front, my colleague will be able to check this out for you. Not to worry at all. You take care. Okay, bye-bye. So, that marks the end of our session today.